Is it possible to visit all the best restaurants in Halifax in 48 hours? I'm a chef who's lived in Halifax my whole life, and I've made a perfect list, and I'm going to attempt to eat at them all, or else I'm going to have to clock a shift at the busiest bar in Atlantic Canada. This is going to be epic, but we must begin this adventure in the South Shore at Peggy's Cove. This small fishing village is home to freezing cold waters that produce some of the best seafood in the world. If you come to Halifax, you must show your respects to Peggy's and head over to Tom's Lobster Shack and grab what could be the best lobster roll I think I've ever had. So we got 3 different rolls here. So I'm gonna go specifically to start off with the basic or the original. Like that alone, just the visual of that seems worth the trip just on the look alone. But how does it taste? Oh, yum. Tons of lobster, super fresh. That is what I want, a lobster roll. That is really good. You know, I had to ask the man behind the roll on what makes these so good. In your opinion, what makes the perfect lobster roll?
Well, definitely fresh lobster, like great produce. Bun, it's the second.
Yeah.
And lemon.
Amazing. On a busy summer day, how many lobster rolls are you moving?
Between 300 and 500.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's so fun.
It gets pretty crazy.
I can only imagine. Well, that is one of the best lobster rolls I've ever had in my life. I still have one stop in the South Shore before heading back into the city, but even on a time crunch, there's one Peggy's Cove tradition I could not leave without. If you come here, what locals know better than most is you gotta get the ginger cake at the Sou'Wester. Now, it's a hotly debated topic whether you go for the whipped cream or the lemon sauce.
So a little story for you.
Yeah.
Customers come in the other day and they ordered it plain, and I'm like, do you want any butter or anything?
It's too dry.
Anyway, first thing I go by the table, they brought their own applesauce.
No.
Yes. And I said, well, if you would have told me I'd have heated it, but it was already on at that point.
All right, I'm going for the lemon sauce. This is like a classic thing. The ginger cake is super lovely. It's dense, it's moist. That just tastes like home. My mom makes a super similar cake to this. Come here, get the ginger cake. Say goodbye to Peggy's Cove and then drive 11 minutes to Shaw's Landing, where I met my family for a seafood chowder on a must-visit patio here in an active fishing community. They've got great seafood here, some amazing fish and chips, lobster roll. I got the chowder and some seared scallops. It's what you want. You're in Nova Scotia, it's a sunny day, sit by the ocean, have a beer, look out at a beautiful shoreline. It doesn't get better than this. At least that's what I thought, as some of the best bites of this 48 hours are still ahead of me. But if I want to eat them all, I gotta move quick and get back to the city for sweet treat number 2. This is an absolutely iconic Halifax place to get ice cream. I'm actually blown away there's no lineup here. Usually it's right around the corner. They do like really funky different kinds of soft serves. They got huge amount of sundaes that are really amazing. And in dairy bar tradition, you grab your cone, you cross the road to the public gardens and eat inside this Halifax landmark that's been here since 1867. Would you like a little bite, sir? Oh, that's real good. The cornflake crunch on there too, it's lovely. I've never had a duck approach me like this in my life. What the? You just go for you? Yeah, back of my heel. Jeez, these ducks these days. With the cone finished and the clock still ticking, I walked out of the gardens and straight towards one of the city's best summer hangout spots. So Stillwell's a wicked brand. They've got, I think, 3 or 4 locations in the city. This has been here, I think this was like a vacant lot and they did a pop-up and it just works. It's here every summer. We only have time for one last spot today, and in true East Coast fashion, I'm ending at a bar. My wife Jess picked me up and we made our way to one of my favorite spots in the whole world. So in my opinion, this is like what a bar should be. It is perfect, it is cozy, it is warm, it is like art museum. It's just like a lovely place. The 2 owners here built this by hand. It took them 7 years to build it. They want this place to be here in 100 years, and it feels like it will. They've got like beautiful little fireplaces. It's just like slow moving. The food is fantastic. Easily the best fish and chips I've ever had in my entire life. That might be a hot take, but it's true. So they're definitely really known for these. These are their deviled eggs. They are fantastic. They're almost like pickled on the outside, and then they've got these white anchovies that you can opt to do, and you definitely should.
You absolutely should opt to do
Cheers,
the white
honey.
anchovy. Oh my God.
It's like pickly, a little bit of lemon, the fried leeks on top, get some of that anchovy flavor coming through. Day 1 ended exactly how a Halifax night should. In a cozy bar with your favorite person, good food, a few drinks, and no desire to leave. But day 2 was already here and the clock is not in my favor. I have to move quick or I'm gonna have to work a shift at the busiest pub in Atlantic Canada. After a night out in Halifax, you're gonna be feeling a little groggy, but trust me, climb up the hill, head to Harvest Clean Eats, grab yourself a smoothie, a coffee, breakfast sandwich, or breakfast burrito. This place is amazing. I absolutely love it. The vibe in here is incredible. Before driving an hour to the Annapolis Valley, there's still one spot in Halifax I had to go see. You can't go on a road trip without loading up on some snacks. So I'm swinging by Luke's Small Good. This place is awesome. It's like part bakery, sandwich shop, coffee shop, just a really cool vibe in here. Located in the very cool north end of Halifax. A little word for the wise, you gotta get here early because it gets packed. There's usually like a huge lineup down the street and it is 100% worth it. I can't be controlled in places like that. We got a couple sandwiches, some cookies, some croissant. That is a must go place in Halifax. I am telling you, it's absolutely incredible.
But I gotta get back on the road and move fast if I'm gonna have time to catch one of Nova Scotia's wildest natural wonders.
So we're doing a quick rip up to the valley. So this is about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Halifax, but you've gotta go here. You'll notice in the back, we picked up a buddy.
Hi, I'm Jess.
This is Jess. She's a wonderful cook and one of the best eaters I've ever met in my entire life. This is the home of the world's highest tides. It's a major part of coming to Halifax. You gotta see this, it's incredible. And if you're coming to the valley, you gotta drink some wine.
The wine's great. This is a super hot wine industry because of the tides. A lot of the wineries here are super affected by that cool climate. What we make best is white wine, Tidal Bay, and sparkling wine. The sparkling wine is like on a world-class level. It's really fun to go taste some of the things that we do the best.
So we're deep into this 48 hours in Halifax and we haven't had any raw seafood. If you're coming here, the oysters are some of the best in the world. It's like the whole region. It's not just Nova Scotia, but we got like PEI.
Whole eastern seaboard, we've got delicious cold water seafood. I think it's some of the best on earth.
Yeah,
Truly.
I agree. It's not even controversial to say that. You get a Tidal Bay, which is cold, crispy, citrusy, bright, fresh, with a cold oyster. What else do you want?
Turns out what I wanted next was Chef Chris Pine's elevated take on the most East Coast snack possible, garlic fingers.
So many different ways to do this. I like to do a little first push in here to like form my crust a little bit. Okay, come on your board here and then just starting in the middle, push up to that first crust that you've made. You're gonna like pick up around where you form that crust and the weight of the dough itself is gonna help stretch it and pull it. Now it's stretched thin enough that if you wanted to, you could throw it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And then essentially you have a full 12-inch crust.
Okay,
by the time
let me give
you've
it a
done
go.
that. Nice.
I never worked in a pizza slot, but it's always been a dream.
Garlic fingers, we're gonna go down with a little bit of garlic oil. We've got a blend of 3 different cheeses here. We got provolone, we got churros Asiago, and then we have scamorza. And then that's not enough, so we're gonna go with fresh mozza too.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're actually gonna go and put that garlic right on there.
And before the East Coasters come at me in the comments, Chef Chris says this is a garlic wedge, not technically garlic fingers.
So this is their take on it. A little donair sauce.
Donair sauce, something you can only really get here.
So good. Super, super garlicky. It's not a garlic finger though. It was
I like
not.
it better than a garlic
Of
finger.
course.
personally.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't classify this as a garlic finger.
It's not cut properly to be a garlic finger, but also it's like
Oh,
garlic
the
finger is
comfy
not-
garlic on there. Not a garlic finger. Sensational though. Absolutely sensational.
The valley was worth every minute, but it cost me some serious time and I had to race back downtown to the next spot because this list was far from over.
So this restaurant came flying onto the scene a couple years ago. It is a vibe. It's right down on the Halifax waterfront. It's actually ranked the 53rd best restaurant in the country and number 9 best new restaurant in the country as well. The chef is actually from Halifax. He trained in Italy, came back home, opened this spot. It is so cool. It's like wood fire cooking meets like really high-end pasta. That lasagna is absolutely unbelievable. It's creamy, it's rich, it's cheesy. And this is the best compliment I could ever give to a lasagna. It almost has like a leftover lasagna vibe to it. That will fill you up. That is rich. So good though, wow. The thing in Halifax, you'll find like all sorts of different stuff. You can get the traditional like lobster boils. You can get the lobster rolls, of course. But there is a rich, deep food culture here that is just getting better and better and more delicious.
So there's absolutely no way to hit everything you want to hit in Halifax in 48 hours. It's just not possible. I mean, I missed King and Donair, Bar Kismet, Water Polo, The Canteen, Dear Friend, The Shore Club, Mystic, and so many more. So a punishment is a punishment. We're heading into Dirty Nelly's right now, and I'm gonna be slinging drinks. This is one of the busiest bars in Atlantic Canada, an absolute institution. And earlier today, I had a chance to sit down with Joe, the owner, and understand what makes this place so successful.
It's 4 pillars. Number 1, an absolute authenticity when it comes to the design. Great service delivered hopefully by people who buy into the Irish culture of crack. And the crack it's an experience of camaraderie, of fun, entertainment, usually around drinking or eating. And it permeates from just having a little conversation, and the laughing starts, and the stories and the banter.
Yeah.
And then the music starts and the dancing. So collectively, that's called the crack.
Yeah.
And you guys
They're
have
the
that in
four pillars.
spades. Yeah.
When you come to Halifax, you have to go downtown to Dirty Nelly's. Let's go and serve some beer. These are things when you're like planning to make a video that sound like a really good idea, but then when you have to do them, you're like, we should have thought of something else. This is quite terrifying. All right, lead me to the wolves. Let's go. This is insane. Too old for this. Yeah, man. I would love to.
So you always pour it to the top of the heart. That makes sure your cap is not pouring properly.
Okay, so that was an absolutely crazy 48 hours in my home city. It was so much fun. If you come to Halifax, you've got to go to these spots and just let them know Andy sent you.